TNPSC Combined Statistics Services Exam Unit 5. In the last two videos, we were discussing about the basics of testing of hypothesis and some model questions related to the topic. Today we are discussing some theories and some tests related to the testing of hypothesis. First, let us see what is Neyman-Pearson theory for testing of hypothesis. J. Neyman and Pearson in the year 1933 put forward a normal theory for testing of hypothesis which led to construction of optimal testing. The problem confronted by statisticians was that it was not possible to minimize the probabilities of both types of errors, that is, type 1 error and type 2 error simultaneously. The problem was tackled by fixing an upper bound, say alpha, for probability of type 1 error and then selecting that test for which probability of type 2 error was minimum. That is, they selected the test having maximum power or equivalently minimum probability of type 2 error in the class of all those tests having probability of type 1 error at most equal to alpha. Such a test was referred to as the best or more powerful test at significance level alpha. This was the fundamental principle of the Neyman-Pearson theory for testing of hypothesis. Next, let us see what is a most powerful test of level alpha. Consider the problem of testing a simple null hypothesis against a simple alternative H1. The test defined by the test function phi of x is said to be the most powerful at significance level alpha if it is such that the first condition is expectation of phi of x given h0 should be less than or equal to alpha, and the second condition is expectation of phi of x given h1 should be greater than or equal to expectation of psi of x given h1, where psi of x is any test function satisfying the first condition, that is, expectation of psi of x given h0 should be less than or equal to alpha. Now let us see what is a most powerful critical region or MPCR. A critical region C is said to be most powerful critical region at significance level alpha if it is such that its probability of x belongs to C given h0 less than or equal to alpha, that is, its probability of x belongs to the critical region C given h0 should be less than or equal to alpha, and the second condition is probability of x belongs to C given h1 should be greater than or equal to probability of x belongs to W given h1, where W is any another critical region satisfying the first condition, that is, probability of x belongs to W given h0 should be less than or equal to alpha. Now let us see what is Neyman-Pearson lemma. This lemma provides the most powerful test of simple hypothesis against a simple alternative hypothesis. It is defined for a single continuous variate and a single parameter. But considering the variable and parameter to be a vector, this lemma can be extended for n variables and k parameters. If x1, x2, etc. xn is a random sample of size n from a population with density function f of x theta, and we have to test h0 theta is equal to theta naught against h1 theta is equal to theta 1. Let k greater than 0 be a constant and W be a critical region of size alpha such that W is equal to set of x belongs to S such that f of x theta 1 divided by f of x theta naught is greater than k. That is, W is equal to set of x belongs to S such that L1 by L0 is greater than k. Or we can say W bar is equal to set of x belongs to S such that L1 by L0 is less than or equal to k, where L0 and L1 are the likelihood functions of the sample observations x is equal to x1, x2, etc. xn under h0 and h1 respectively. Then W is the most powerful critical region of the test h0 theta is equal to theta naught against the alternative h1 theta is equal to theta 1. Next we are discussing about unbiased test and unbiased critical region. Let us consider the testing of h0 theta is equal to theta naught against h1 theta is equal to theta 1. The critical region W and consequently the test based on it is said to be unbiased if the power of the test exceeds the size of the critical region. That is, if power of the test is greater than or equal to the size of the critical region. That is, 1 minus beta greater than or equal to alpha. If beta is the type 2 error and alpha is the type 1 error. Usually we use the notations alpha and beta for representing type 1 and type 2 errors. So that is P theta 1 of W is greater than or equal to P theta naught of W. That is probability of x such that x belongs to W given h1 is greater than or equal to probability of x such that x belongs to W given h0. In other words, the critical region W is said to be unbiased if P theta of W greater than or equal to P theta naught of W for all theta except theta naught belongs to capital theta, which is the parameter space. Our next topic is uniformly most powerful test or UMP test. Suppose that we have to test theta is equal to theta naught against theta is equal to theta. Then the test defined by the test function phi of x is said to be UMP of level alpha if expectation of phi of x given theta naught is less than or equal to alpha and expectation of phi of x given theta is greater than or equal to expectation of psi of x given theta for all theta belongs to capital theta 1, which is the parameter space, and psi of x is any test function of level alpha. In other words, by UMP test we mean a test which is most powerful when the same null hypothesis is to be tested against a series of alternatives h1 theta is equal to capital theta, the parameter space. Our next topic is likelihood ratio test or LR test. One of the most important and commonly used methods of test construction for testing composite hypothesis is the likelihood ratio test procedure. It is a classical test criterion for a general hypothesis testing problem. This procedure is based on the principle of MLE. It possesses a number of optima properties. In composite hypothesis testing, we try to devise test criteria which are free from the unknown parameters. Let H0 be the hypothesis to be tested and x is equal to x1, x2, etc. xn be the sample obtained. Here we consider the likelihood ratio given by lambda is equal to supremum h naught L of x given h naught divided by supremum h L of x given h, where h denotes the most general hypothesis without any conditions. Obviously 0 less than or equal to lambda less than or equal to 1, and lambda is independent of the unknown parameters. The hypothesis is most inconsistent with the sample x when lambda is equal to 0. When lambda is equal to 1, the sample is in full agreement with h naught. Hence, based on intuitive consideration, the most suitable decision is to reject h naught when lambda is less than or equal to k, where k is a constant such that the significance level is equal to a pre-assigned value alpha.